My name's Daniel, and I'm going electric. Put in an order for a Tesla a couple weeks ago, and it just, I got the text message saying that the VIN number was ready and it's ready for pickup. So I've scheduled a pickup on Saturday. I'm currently in Idaho. I wasn't exactly expecting the car to be ready this week. I'm kind of doing a workcation, work remotely / vacation kind of thing. So I am going to have to drive back to the Bay Area where I'm based and pick up the car. So that's scheduled for Saturday. I don't know much about electric cars. I find them interesting. I test drove a Tesla some weeks ago, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm interested in environmental issues, high gas mileage equivalents. I'm interested in national security, like we should use American energy sources, or anyone in the world should use regional energy sources if possible, that are clean and renewable and all the rest of that, and good for the country so you don't have to import energy and blah, 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 blah. So there's a lot of reasons why I think electric cars are pretty cool, but I don't know much about them. I don't know much about battery technology. I don't know much about kilowatts and amps and all this other stuff. So I'm going to be on a journey, picking up the car in a couple days. I'm going to take you with me as I drive back from Idaho to the Bay Area, and we'll go through what it's like on delivery day, what it's like to pick up the car. Are there going to be any manufacturing defects? Tesla is kind of known for not always getting it right when you pick up the car, and we'll see what any repairs or service appointments are like. I'm going to be doing a lot of working remotely over the next couple months during COVID. And I don't know, how often do I have to charge the car? How does charging work? Where do I do it? How long does it take? All this stuff, I don't really know. So I'm going to take you along on the journey with me. As I learn, you'll learn. And if you're interested in going electric like I am, come along with me. Hello, I am on the road from Sun Valley, Idaho to San Francisco. Well, Colma's where the pickup center is for the Tesla. And I've got a long drive ahead of me, across the border a few miles back, and excited about my car. So a little bit about myself, I'll tell you about myself, and then I'll tell you about the car that I ordered. My name's Daniel, and I love to travel. COVID-19's been a little weird because typically I would go on some grand summer vacation somewhere, usually like the Mediterranean or Greece. I'm part-time studying Greek, although my Greek sucks, I'll be honest. Malta, Italy, Sicily, somewhere in Europe. Used to live in the Middle East, lived in Japan. I've traveled around the southern region of Africa. Mexico's awesome. Was up in Alaska in August. Drove across America once COVID started happening, socially distanced, had my mask and everything, but drove out and visited my parents in the Midwest, and then my dad down in Texas. So I do love to travel, and I travel quite a bit. So that's me. COVID kind of put the kibosh on the international travel piece, so I figured I would discover America and see what this country has to offer, because I traveled the world so much, and this is such a big country. Let's do it. So I have the privilege of being able to work from home, and in my opinion, if I can work remotely, I can work anywhere, really. And so I am. So I've rented cars, I've driven, visited people, worked here and there, and then bopped around. And so getting this Tesla is going to be interesting because I'm not going to be able to charge from home. I don't have home Wi-Fi in San Francisco where I would park. I mean, almost everyone parks on the street in the city. So I guess I'm going to have to do my updates through the car through hotspot on my phone. And I'm going to be DC supercharging exclusively, I guess. I read some things saying that only supercharging is not that great for your car. I don't know, seems a little weird. But we'll see. So this is going to be my lifestyle. I'm going to be driving around the United States, bopping back and forth into San Francisco, swinging by the office when I need to, and then heading out, visiting friends and family, and traveling around America in an electric car. Range anxiety, sure. Although what I've seen on the Tesla website, it seems like they've got it pretty well handled. You put in your destination in the map program and it tells you where to stop, how long, all the rest of it. And seems pretty buttoned up. I guess there's a little bit of a leap of faith here to believe that Tesla engineers and all of their scientists and designers and everybody else that they have put a lot of deep thought into this, and I'm going to trust them. And we'll see how far that gets me, and I hope it gets me across the country, to be honest. What Tesla did I get? I got the Model Y blue for an extra $1,000. I got the induction wheels for another $2,000. I don't know what an induction wheel is. I don't know if it induces something, but it's worth $2,000 apparently. No hubcaps for me. And then I also got the white interior, and really excited about that. I waffled back and forth over that white interior really forever. I've watched probably every video on the internet about Tesla white interiors. I don't know, guaranteed it's going to get some blue gene transfer. I'll try to keep it clean. I am a little clean, I gotta say, in my private life, so wiping down the seats with a baby wipe like every week, that's not going to kill me. Hope they don't get stained permanently. I do wear jeans almost exclusively. I don't know, maybe I'll have to start wearing like regular cotton pants. Would be a little weird if I had to change my wardrobe for a car, but there's that. Worst case scenario, the seats get totally wrecked, and I just buy seat covers. I've seen some actually pretty cool seat covers online for like $400 for the whole inside of the car, so that's not a bad option. So I'm excited about the color. I was waffling back and forth between white and blue. Red's gorgeous, but I just know me. I'd probably get a ticket right out the gate, numerous ones. Tesla red looks beautiful, but decided to go for the blue. There is this whole like fire thing going on in the western part of the United States, and I've test driven a couple Teslas, and I noticed that white looks really good with those black induction wheels, and then kind of the tinting on the windows. Blue, I think, is gorgeous on a blue sky, but I test drove during some really smoky days that blue one as well, and it just doesn't pop in a hazy sky, I'm going to tell you that. So hoping the weather is really beautiful in Colma, San Francisco, when I pick up the car. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of like a womp-womp movement when I pick up my beautiful car and the blue's just not popping. But what are you going to do? The country's on fire. There are far worse concerns than whether or not the blue pops on my car. So that's that. What else to say? I haven't owned a car since 1993. I don't know. I had a... my family didn't have any money growing up. We grew up in Northern California, very working class. My first car that I had was a $400 1974 Super Beetle Maroon. I think that was the year. Used to shake like crazy between 35 and 38 miles an hour. The back seat was like, I don't know, a hay ride, a barn ride. People would bounce up and down, and then the battery was underneath. You could get shocked if it hit wrong. Then I upgraded when I was 17. I was at 16. When I was 17, I upgraded to my mom's hand-me-down 1981 Honda Civic wagon, and this is in 91, 92. Got that, drove that for a year. And then in 92, I went down to LA to go to university, and had that car. Then the engine block split, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, totally. Engine block cracked, and the car kind of went belly up. So that was that. So I got rid of it, and I never replaced it. I used to walk around LA, walk around campus, took the train, mass transit. I mean, who does that in LA? I did that. And then in 94, I studied abroad in Europe, got really into trains and mass transit, came back, was able to like borrow some cars from people. My brother left the country for a bit and lent me his car for a while. Then I lived in Japan, and they had mass transit everywhere. I had a little scooter and a bicycle. That was fun. Rural Japan, running around bamboo forests and river levees on this scooter that was 2 sizes too small for me. I'm 6'1". That was fun. Then after that, I moved to Saudi Arabia for a couple of years. I was an English teacher after undergrad. Did that for 5 years. Saudi Arabia, the company car, we had access to that, so I drove that. Came back to the U.S. I had a friend who kept getting tickets in San Francisco, so she lent me her car for a year. Then her sister studied in France and lent me her car for a year for undergrad. That was great. Then I moved to San Francisco, and I just didn't need a car. They've got, subway, buses. I love to walk. Keep in shape through walking. I don't really work out that crazy. And then, Zipcar came out, then Uber came out, Lyft, all the rest of it. My employer has one of these buses, so you can just go to work on one of these buses, and just never needed a car. So I haven't had a car since 1993, and I've been saving up my money. I never thought in a million years I'd buy a car that was more than $35,000. But here I am, starting at $49,990, plus all the upgrades. I think it comes out at a cool $54,990. No tax breaks. Sorry, Tesla. No California tax breaks. I guess I earn too much, but I've got a giant student loan and live in San Francisco, so I might as well. But I don't even want to go there. That just bugs me. Anyways, no tax breaks. That's cool. Whatever, I'll get over it. Could have bought the Mach-E, thought about that, waited for that. Could have bought a Nissan, but as far as I've read, Tesla has the most efficient batteries. They have the best battery technology. And, after I lived in Saudi Arabia, I decided I never wanted to buy a gasoline car. And so I waited and waited, watched Tesla develop. I didn't have enough money for a Tesla S, that Model S, that was never going to happen, or a Model X. The 3 came out. No, that's a 2. The 3 came out, and I just couldn't get into it. I also have a bad back, so I don't want to step into a car. So I figured I'd wait and see if they ever came out with a little crossover. They did. You can step into it. And I thought, Daniel, it's COVID. You can't really fly much. Taking mass transit's a little sketchy. Get a car, Daniel. This virus is probably not going to go away. And if you want to travel, you should probably have your own wheels. Car rentals month on month get really expensive, let me tell you that, plus insurance. So decided to buy in. So that's my story. That's the whole setup. I'm probably about, 10 hours away from San Francisco. And we'll see more when I get there. I'm excited for this car. I'm excited to share the experience with you. And let's learn together. It's going to be a wild ride.